All right guys, so surprise, I have sold old Sparky and I'm moving into a different van. Oh, bye Sparky. But before it rolls out of the driveway, I figured I'd do a quick walkthrough of what all has been done to this van and what the build out looked like before I swap to a new one. Right. So the first thing as you walk in, you have the kitchen counter right here, and you have the cooler. It's just a fridge. It doesn't have the dual zone. Behind the fridge, there is actually this green walking strip that connects the back to the front. And I built it out to have a cabinet underneath so that all of my winter heavy clothes can be packed in here. As you come into the RV, there's a kitchen sink, and underneath this actually opens up and it has a dry flush toilet in it. Under the sink, there's also a lift up here so you can get in for any plumbing issues you might have. And then there's a small storage area under the sink. Right in the kitchen area, it's a live edge countertop. I probably spent a little bit too much money on this. We've got the induction cooktop, and then this is all of the kitchen storage that I felt like I needed at the time. It's perfect. We also have crates over here that are drawers. So when you're driving, of course, you secure this with bungee cords, but this was perfect, lots of storage space. Up here, this was all shoe storage and extra storage, things like that. Believe it or not, it gets crazy hot up here, so you don't want to store food and things like that, but it was really good for clothes and things of that sort. Over above this side of the bed, there's actually storage space, lots of shelving. It was open shelving until I added bungee cords back here to keep my clothes from falling in. We also have on this side some storage up here, a flip-up table to watch TV, put your computer on, and then up here is most of the electronics that you need for air conditioning, inverter, all of the cool lights that plug in, and battery. This right here is actually the bed, and it was designed to flip up both ways. So I've since installed plumbing underneath this side, and there's currently an inverter installed underneath that side of the bed, but if you were to move the inverter back to the wall, that actually lifts up and can become a couch with help of the trifold mattress. Alright, this is what I consider the garage of the van, and I always refer to it as such. We've got 20 gallons of fresh water here. There's 8 gallons of gray underneath the van. Then we've got 3 100 amperage hour Renogy lithium iron phosphate batteries, and we've got a 3,000 watt Pure Sine wave inverter. There is a 4-gallon hot water heater. We've also got a water pump, and all of this is set up to run. The water pump can run off of 12 volt, but the hot water heater will only run when plugged in since it pulls so much power. The nice thing about the electrical setup in the back of Sparky is that you can charge batteries off of the solar on the roof. You can charge off of the alternator in the car when it's running or when you're taking long road trips. Both of those are typically enough, but if that doesn't make enough power and you're just doing short trips or parking for a long time, you can charge off of the shore power as well. On top of the roof is a 13.5 BTU air conditioning unit, which is clearly way more than this thing needs. But the nice thing about it is with the soft start and all of the battery, including the inverter, you can actually run off of battery for about 4 hours. One more feature that I forgot to mention from the outside, actually there's a few. So the first one is this window right here. It actually flips out so that you can have the windows open when it's raining and it doesn't cause any rain to go inside. The other thing is the roof rack has 2 slide out beams that you can actually hang chairs or hammocks from. And that took a little bit of extra R&D in order to make sure that it worked properly, but it actually holds the 2 solar panels on top as well, and it fits around the air conditioning. All right, while I'm really sad to see good old Sparky go, it's been with me through a lot of eastern states. So stay tuned. I will happily share the next van with you guys. It's already built out. I'm set up. I'm already traveling with it. But stay tuned and you'll see more updates soon.